Today we are tapping on the dreaded self-sabotage, and if you are here, that is a really, really positive thing because most people don't even know when they are self-sabotaging. We have all these kind of subconscious thoughts which then lead to actions and behaviours, and a lot of the time we don't even realise. So if you're here, brilliant. Well done you. So in business, what does self-sabotage look like? Well, it can look like chronic procrastination, chronic perfectionism, and it's kind of going against our goals and going against those things that we need to do in order to really succeed in our businesses. And I know that when it showed up for me in the past, it's where I've been holding on to work, like literally hiding all my best stuff because it wasn't quite good enough. It wasn't quite perfect enough. And of course that in itself is a form of self-sabotage. It can also look like being really easily distracted or conveniently distracted by things that take you away from doing those core, maybe scary, but really important tasks that you want to do in your business. And it can also look like things where you might ignore advice that's given to you, like go against any advice that's given to you, which is really well-meaning and good because you just want to think, no, I'm going to do this, but actually it might be kind of self-sabotaging in some way. And also doing this a lot with kind of money as well in business, like not looking at your business accounts or overspending, like buying too many books and not really realising where the money goes. That can also be a form of self-sabotage. So we're going to tap on it today. It's a big topic, so it's slightly longer this tapping session, but I really hope that it helps you. Before we do that, I just want you to check in with yourself and measure on a scale of 1 to 10 how like bloody frustrated you are about your self-sabotaging behaviours. So 10 is, God, I am so frustrated. Why do I do this? Really emotionally kind of intense, angry, frustrated, embarrassed, ashamed. That would be a 10. And then a 0 is like, I don't feel at all frustrated because I don't even sabotage, like whatever. So that gives you a clue of the scale of it. So just make a mental note of that number or write it down, or you can comment as well after if you want to and let me know your score. Okay, so we're going to get started. So let's take a couple of nice, deep, calming and grounding breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just relaxing into it. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just coming into the space, letting go of any tension. And then just tapping on the side of the hand. And just repeating this, you can repeat out loud, ideally, or you can do it in your head if you prefer, that's totally fine as well. Just copy what I do, say what I say. So even though I've been feeling really frustrated about my self-sabotaging behaviours, I accept myself and how I feel. Even though self-sabotaging behaviours have held me back or kept me small, I choose to forgive myself. And I choose to just feel calmer about this. Even though I don't always recognise when I've been sabotaging myself, I choose to deeply and completely love, honour and accept myself. So up to the eyebrow point, you can tap on both sides or one side, it's up to you. All this self-sabotage, what am I like? Side of the eye, I feel so annoyed at myself. Why can't I be normal? Under the eye, why do I do this to myself? Under the nose, I feel really ashamed and sad. Chin point, just bringing now into my awareness all those times that I've sabotaged myself. All those times. Collarbone point. Just makes me feel really frustrated, angry. Under the arm. And I feel like I could have been doing so much better if I hadn't self-sabotaged. Where would I be now if I hadn't done that? Top of the head. It just feels like I've wasted so much time. Back to the eyebrow point. I've sabotaged so much in my life and in my business. Side of the eye with these stupid sabotaging habits and patterns. Under the eye, making up excuses, getting distracted, procrastinating, being a perfectionist. And you can just say all the things here that you think are ways that you sabotage yourself. Just keep going. Distraction by people, convenient distractions sometimes, things, tech, not looking at finances. Just get it all out, all those ways that you feel that you've sabotaged yourself in some way. Under the nose, I can see, I can clearly see where I've been going wrong, where I've been sabotaging. Chin point. And I see lots of times where I could have done well or could have succeeded. Collarbone point. But my stupid self-sabotage just stopped me or held me back. Under the arm. Why do I do this? Why am I like this? Top of the head. I just want to get better at not self-sabotaging. Eyebrow point. But, you know, I guess that just being here and tapping is a good first step. Side of the eye, because a lot of sabotaging behaviour is unconscious. Under the eye. And me being aware of it means that I can just take a little bit of time and be more observant. Under the nose. Maybe, just maybe, rather than beating myself up about it, I just need to be a bit kinder to myself. I just need to be a bit kinder to myself. Chin point. Because quite often sabotaging behaviours might be keeping me safe or making me feel comforted in some way. Collarbone point. Maybe parts of me just needed that. Parts of me just needed that outlet, that excuse, that reason, whatever it might be. Under the arm. And maybe I could choose to see those parts of myself through a loving lens, through a kind lens. Top of the head, knowing that I am a good person and I've just been doing my best. To say that I've been doing my best. Eyebrow point. And I love and accept myself in this moment. Showing up and acknowledging what's been going on. That's pretty amazing. Eyebrow point. And I choose to just be a bit more aware of these self-sabotaging patterns. Just recognising those patterns. Under the eye. Slowly breaking those negative cycles, bit by bit, step by step, day by day. Under the nose. Remembering always, always self-compassion and kindness. Chin point. And just being curious about when things come up for me, what I'm doing, what I'm working on, and why I've started procrastinating, making something perfect. Collarbone point. Just remembering that there are so many other people that struggle with this stuff. It's not just me. It's not just me. Under the arm. And change takes time. It does take time. Top of the head. But I'm worthy of time, of love, and of compassion. Eyebrow point. So I can move forward from today. It starts now. Side of the eye. It starts with awareness and taking really brave steps. Little steps. Under the eye. I'm realising that actually being kind to myself is going to be way more effective than beating myself up. Under the nose. So when I notice these self-sabotaging behaviours, I'm just going to pause and smile to myself. Chin point. Seeing all those patterns creeping in. Collarbone point. But just pausing and asking myself, is this helping me? Or is this harming me? Under the arm. Giving myself time and space to just look at this more closely. Top of the head. Knowing that there are things that I can do to help myself. I can create a little self-sabotage toolbox. And then eyebrow point. And I can change this behaviour by doing things like journaling it out. Just writing it all down. All my thoughts, feelings, where I was, what I was doing, what came up. Side of the eye. And I can choose to do some tapping on it as well. Or meditating. Under the eye, giving myself time and space, maybe away from the situation, just space to breathe through any emotional discomfort. Just take a nice deep breath now. Under the nose, I can repeat empowering affirmations. So rather than beating myself up, telling myself I'm stupid, worthless, not enough, I can say kinder things to myself. I can say an affirmation like, I am always working consciously in my own best interest. I am always working consciously in my own best interest. Chin point. And just knowing it takes time, practice, giving myself that time and space to do that little by little. Collarbone point. Just releasing any feelings of frustration, self-beration, anger, guilt, blame, or shame. Just releasing that now. So I want you to just close your eyes here, just take a nice deep breath and just release that, just let it go. Just let go of all those feelings, those negative feelings you've been having towards yourself. Under the arm. And just bringing in that self-compassion, that self-kindness. Knowing that from here, you're going to speak to yourself as if you were your own best friend, rather than your own worst enemy. Top of the head. So I choose to let this go. I choose to let this go with my mind and my body, with my heart, with my soul. Just releasing it. Just feeling free. Okay, so just stop tapping there. Just place both hands on your heart for a moment. Just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Just keep your eyes closed. Just remembering always that sense of self-compassion. Just making that promise to yourself now that you are always going to be kind to yourself, that you're always going to be compassionate, and that when you do have those kind of self-sabotaging behaviours that come up, that you're going to see those through a loving lens. Thank you so much for tapping with me. I hope that helps. Now, what I'd love for you to do now is just measure again that sense of frustration that you felt right at the beginning. So just tuning in again to what's going on in your body, what's going on emotionally. Just thinking, okay, like where am I now on that scale? Are you still like really up near a 10? And how much has that come down by? And if it hasn't come down at all, that's okay too. You can just tap again until you start to feel some of those shifts. Just feel into what you're saying, close your eyes and really, just feel into it. But let me know in the comments how you got on. I'd love to know if this helped you. Thank you, bye.